out my shine. They know it's my time. Let the world know I've arrived. I'm on the rise, unstoppable. Watch me do the impossible. Watch me do what I got to do. I'm too hot for you. I'm not about to lose. I'm the greatest. Big smile for the haters. Whole world know that I made it. Call me the greatest. Big boy famous, Mr. Amazing, blazing. Call me the greatest. Say it again. I will not ever pretend. Call it revenge. Tell all your friends. That boy at it again. Call me the greatest. It's a moment of your life. You can see your dreams glowing in the lights. Came up from nothing, a soldier in the fight. Strength.
Welcome back, everybody. Crimson here on the Ramajama Taylor channel. This is Wrestling Talk, brought to you by RJT Studios. We are going to cover the June 24th, 2024 Raw, and I have a few guests here on the show, more like family. Boom, shakalaka. What's up, South of 10? It's Hogan. It's Hogan.
Not much. Not much at all. Just happy to be on the show tonight. Ready to get ready. I am ready to talk about this Raw tonight.
Let's get right into it. But first, we must bring in our other part of our family here. But on the crazy side, the sick side, the Wyatt 6, UGABOY freak. What's up?
Yowie wowie, what's up?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Wow, what a Raw. I mean, I know that's what we're here to talk about, so I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get right into it, man. The show starts off with Drew McIntyre just waltzing out there. What do you guys think about that?
Well, first of all, Drew McIntyre fooled everybody if you watched
sure
Friday
did.
Night Smackdown, didn't he?
No, he didn't fool this guy.
He didn't fool you?
No. He goes, oh, screw this company. I quit. I'm like, bull crap. We'll see you tomorrow. And we saw him Friday.
He pulled a Mark Henry.
But you know what? There was people believing because he even went so far as deleting, or well, deactivating, should I say, his X account, which is formerly known as Twitter.
That he did. So that kind of fooled me.
Committed to his story.
He did, and
his plot, I guess you can say.
R.I.P. to his Twitter account, unless it's back up.
It was killing him. He had to have a one-up on CM Punk, and I think he, looking back at it real fast, if he had to get a one-up, do it really, really good on CM Punk, right? He couldn't have done it anywhere else but Chicago. But this is Monday Night Raw, not Friday Night SmackDown. So let's talk about it. What did he come out and talk about?
Well, he just ran his mouth.
Yeah, I kind of just wasted some time saying, I done my part. I won you up. I finally got one over on you, blah, blah, blah.
And he says they're going to continue their little spat. I don't know what's going to happen. Where is Punk? Probably laid up
in Chicago. That's where he's at.
Yeah. Last time I saw him, he was being taken out by ambulance on a stretcher. But of course, that storyline. Sometimes I feel like I write this stuff myself. Braun Breaker versus Kaiser doesn't get a proper finish because of Sheamus causing the disqualification. I said before, and I'll say it again. I called Sheamus interfering in this match. Sheamus attacks Kaiser. He goes to put him through the announcer table, but he gets speared by Braun Breaker. That was awesome. What do you guys think about that?
Braun Breaker doing his thing. I mean, I want to see him win, obviously, but it's a build up, and the fact that, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Braun Breaker fan, and the fact that he got up again, it seems like, I like it.
What do you guys think Liv sent Dom in that message? The boys looked impressed. The judgment, who knows? The Judgment Day are eating snacks they got from Liv Morgan when they're playing PlayStation 5. Damian Priest walks in and says they have to get rid of her. Carlito says, she helped me win the match last week. And Dom shows that text. And Damian, he goes, how are you going to explain yourself to Rhea?
It's going to be all really, really hard.
It's going to be awkward.
Yeah, I think that once the story continues to unfold and everything, we all, in my opinion, this is what I think's happening. She kind of alluded to it earlier. Liv Morgan did, which we'll get into. But she, Dom's probably playing the hard to get game, maybe not. But I think she's gonna make him somehow jealous. I think she's doing what she can to get Dominic, but maybe it like hints that she's trying to get Finn Balor. I think as the story goes, that's where it's headed.
What do you think, SOUTHOFTENN?
I think she's after Dom. I think she's really trying to take Dominic away from Mommy, away from Rhea, and I think that's her plan.
Well, I don't necessarily think, obviously she's trying to get Dominic away from Mommy, right? She Liv Morgan says she wants him to be daddy, and all this stuff. But here's the thing.
Do me a favor, UGABOY. Do me a favor.
What's that?
Never say daddy again.
Listen, here's the thing. Does the Judgment Day need Liv Morgan?
Well, let me answer your question with a question. Did she help them win the tag team championships tonight?
Yes.
There you go.
We will get into that for sure. Moving on, we have Sami Zayn versus Braun. It's set. They're set from the Money in the Bank. I'd be shocked if this stays on if this is a one-on-one match, because there's no way that Sheamus and Kaiser don't work their way into this match somehow. It should be. I think that one-on-one should be saved for SummerSlam, but we'll see. Thoughts, opinions, any takers?
Yeah, I mean, Kaiser getting that opportunity to showcase himself, that's awesome. That's great. I don't even necessarily know why they still say there are even Gunther's with Imperium. I don't even know why they associate that. But needless to say, Kaiser being on his own, doing things on his own the right way, I have some respect for someone like that, whether if he wins or lose. But I think it'll be a dogfight between Sheamus and Kaiser.
All right, we have Lyra Valkyria defeating Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler to qualify for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Another correct Money in the Bank prediction I had. I had Chad winning the original when he had gotten taken out of the match. So I said, okay, then the Mad Dragon will win now, right? And now that Chad's back in, I'm still going to say he wins unless he gets taken out by the Wyatts before the match. But that didn't happen, But we will definitely get into the good stuff that we want to get into. So let's talk about that.
Oh my God,
that sloppy seconds chant that we heard on live television. I couldn't believe that.
Well, let's face it. Dominic looks like one of those reheatable, microwavable TV dinners that you put in the microwave and just heat up. I mean, that's about it.
That's all you guys say.
He looks like sloppy seconds.
I mean,
okay.
Know where to begin. I mean, Dominic. I mean, I don't even know where to begin or even what to say on that. But yeah, we'll just go with Crunk Man there, and take it for what it's worth.
But yeah, man, we had it got interesting. Dominic came out, Zelina and Liv brawled with each other. Rey Mysterio came out to get them off one another. Rey picked up Liv to get her off of Vega, and Dominic pushed Rey. Liv looked at Dom lovingly for huffing her, and then Dom walks back with Liv, running behind him, all that stuff, who cares? But anyways, we have somebody who loves love, and that's truth. He loves love. I love it when he says, you can get with this or you can get with that.
I'm sorry. I've just got to say this, and I can't hold it back. I'm just so irritated. We're at the fact that next Monday Night Raw, we have, for the love of God, Dominic Mysterio. I hope this is the last match versus Rey Mysterio. I just can't understand how we got back to this.
As a favor to Liv, to help her win over Dominic Mysterio. He's gonna give the Judgment Day a shot at the tag team titles tonight, and we'll get into what happened there. But I knew something was going on. Gable comes out. Let's get into it. Chad Gable comes out on Raw addressing his recovery from the Wyatt.
This right here, I've got to go on a rant, but go ahead. I'll let you completely finish.
He says, "Do you believe in miracles? Because the rumors of my demise were greatly exaggerated. Sure, I was left bloodied. I was left bludgeoned," he says. Did you catch that when he said that, SOUTHOFTENN, UGABOY? He said he was left for dead by a bunch of monsters. He said, Chad Gable lives. Chad Gable lives. And then he gets in the ring and says, thank you. He defeats Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And the Judgment Day attacked Braun, who had Reed beat. And as we saw, the lights went out after that. The Wyatt 6 music hits. And Abby the Witch, known as Sister Abigail, comes crawling out of the ring. Well, not out of the ring, but out of the corner of the ring with looked like it was fog and smoke she was crawling from. And she had a little box. And in the box was a VHS tape.
Come out. Who was that box addressed to?
It looked, I didn't see.
It to Pat McAfee.
Did it say that?
It said Pat McAfee.
It did say that because I saw it said Pat. Yeah.
You know, first of all, let me pump the brakes here. What a joke that Chad Gable is going to beat two people like that. I like Pat, but not as a commentator, man. I don't know. Like I do like Pat McAfee. Bronson Reed tonight. And you know what? This is why he will never win anything. I'm going to go on and say it for the record. He'll never win anything in WWE. What a joke. They buried him. And Bronson Reed has that potential. And I'm not saying Chad Gable don't, but last week he went from dead to
think about it for weeks and weeks and
back
weeks.
In the bank after he's cleared.
Yeah,
then he beat Bronson Reed. Get out of here.
Let me cut you off there for a minute. I have to say he's been a dick for weeks on the show. And sometimes you just got to get a little karma. And the karma hit him. And I kind of liked what they did with that. I mean, what do you have to say, SOUTHOFTENN?
I liked it.
I liked it.
I mean, it's building up. It's going to be more to the story. I mean, it's going to be great. Now,
maybe, they'll have something with Chad Gable but guess what? Maybe it just doesn't go anywhere with Chad Gable. Maybe it goes somewhere totally different. You don't know. But I like what they did because he was an insufferable prick for weeks, and he got what came to him. And who better to put a scare into somebody? I mean, come on, man. That's just my opinion, though.
So what's up with him and the Creed brothers?
I've been saying it. He's gonna go to everyone in the comments has been saying he's not gonna go to the Creed brothers. Give it time.
Well, they've been communicating back and forth. They've been talking, backstage and etc. So, of course, they're going to show their concern, and who knows? We might see them actually do get together, like you've been saying.
I mean, Otis refused when Chad was trying to get support. Look who showed up, the Creed brothers. So I think it's going to happen.
You talked about Otis here real fast. What's the future of him? And
do you like Otis, UGABOY?
No, Alpha Academy, but it looks like Chad Gable came out with Alpha Academy music.
Yeah, he did. Real quick, UGABOy. Do you like Chad Gable?
I do.
Or not Chad Gable, but Otis. I mean,
well, he needs to wrestle. I mean, it's over time. But I expected, if you would have went back when he started pushing Otis, the Alpha Academy started, falling apart. It seemed like we just knew something was going to happen. If you were to rewind this several weeks ago and you would have looked in the future, which is now, I don't think no one in the WWE or or even WWE fans, wrestling fans in general, would have seen the direction WWE was going with this.
Right.
I certainly didn't.
If you guys want to, before we get into it, because we kind of got a little off topic there, talking about Chad Gable, right, and everybody else. But let's go ahead and rewatch this VHS tape. We can watch together.
Yeah, they finally got a VCR tape.
Yep.
Are you happy? How have you been since the loss? Do you feel as though you have been forgotten? Do you even remember who you are? I'm nobody. There you are. How did it feel when your brother died? Like the most important thing in my life was taken away from me. Like nothing was ever gonna matter again. Don't you think you're exploiting your brother's legacy? All I ever wanted my whole life was to be like my brother. I looked up to him and I wanted to be him. And I worked my entire career, my life, so I could have the opportunity, so I could work there next to him. And we were gonna rule together. And we'd finally made it. We were there and we had it. And then it was taken away from me. There is no one on this earth that feels more hurt than me from his loss. Not one person on earth feels what I feel. But what am I supposed to do? Let him become a mausoleum? Let everybody forget about what he stood for, what he fought for, what he believed in? They wanted to forget about me. They wanted to forget about all of us. We made them remember. We made them all remember. Yes, we did.
Beautiful. B-E-A beautiful.
I watched that. Even this time I watched it and I was just like sucked into it. I mean, dang, gum, that was beautifully done. I mean, the way they captivated Taylor Montunda, and his reaction and all that. I mean, just beautifully done.
I loved it, man. This was, and the fact, like when he's like, "How did you feel when your brother died?" My heart dropped. Like, oh, did they just say that?
Yeah,
that hit the core. That was good.
What I loved about it the most, as you can see right there, it looks like, are they in the fun house?
Someone else brought that up. I seen on one of his social media, Facebook, wrestling pages. I don't think so. That door does not look like the Funhouse front door.
Where are they at?
I don't know, but that looks like a closet door to me. A pantry, maybe a back door.
Is it your back door?
No, my back door don't have a window.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? If you sit there and you look right into where the background of where the door's at and everything, makes you wonder. But yeah, so my question is, what's next?
Tune in next week and find out.
Yeah.
For Uncle Howdy fans, well, Bray Wyatt fans, should I say, I don't think it will just completely go away. But what if it does go away?
No, it's not. It's not going away.
What makes you think that?
The only place this thing is going to go is up.
The upper room. This thing's going to take off, man. So tell me, like, why do you feel disappointed?
I don't know. Like, we didn't see the other, the other people in the group. I mean, I get it.
So we didn't see Sister Abigail.
Maybe this was besides one out of the 4.
Well, you better buckle up and tune in next week, man, because they're going to take it nice and slow with her.
Well, where I was going with this was, but then I think about it and I'm like, okay, a lot of people, there was a lot of people, of course, everybody heard of these, but to kind of briefly summarize it, everybody was like, well, I don't see how they could do promos. I don't see how they can do this or do that without Bray Wyatt. Maybe this is their way of going about it. The beginning, right? The start without Bray Wyatt. And like you said, tune in next week.
Maybe we'll see Mercy the Buzzard and Huskus the Pig and the Rambling Rabbit. Just hang on, man.
I think the reason
I know you want it.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I think I'm disappointed a little bit is, man, the ending of Raw was just such a banger, dude.
Banger after banger.
But again, though, realistically speaking, it's a story, right? Long-term booking. Tune in and wait. Remember, we lived this when Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt. Remember, we lived this, and it seemed like the story was never going to take off.
Oh, I know.
So we'll see.
No, man. This will definitely take off.
But I'm
There's
going to
no
tell
more
you,
excuses.
Pat McAfee has done a lot of talking from this past week. He may not want to show up on Monday Night Raw anymore.
Well, you do know he's got a daytime show, right?
Yeah, and that was taken over by Uncle Howdy as well.
Yes.
Fire.
And that might be, maybe he got kidnapped. Maybe something happened to him, man. Who knows?
Well, you do know there is some Pat McAfee haters out there, and they would love more than that. Crimson.
I don't hate him. We know who I don't hate nobody.
Well,
you know who I do have a problem with? Do you know who Jim Cornette is?
Yes.
He is out there talking this garbage, saying, "Oh, these Wyatt 6 guys make AEW look like a whatever." He's out there just being an idiot. Really, that's all. That's clearly what he is.
Hey, look. They're just hating on WWE, but hey, in fairness, they have the House of Black. I mean,
true, but that ain't never gonna match up to what this is about to be, son.
No.
So, Jim Cornette, sit your ass down, son. You don't know nothing. Sorry, go ahead, SOUTHOFTENN. I had a rant there.
Anybody that does not like Pat McAfee don't love their own mother.
Hey, I like Pat McAfee.
That's
I
what I'm
like
saying.
him,
I mean, you can't help but like Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is awesome. Anything that he does, anything that he touches turns to gold. I love this guy.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is they're playing off that he's a liar, on how it started on his show. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of, because he damn sure wasn't in the WWE when Bray Wyatt was alive. So I'm kind of that's the only logical explanation that I can think of. Maybe it goes nowhere, but I don't know.
He's universally loved everywhere.
Except
And everywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Howdy. Maybe Uncle Howdy don't like him.
Well, he did target him, and you don't attack and target people you do like.
What about Adam Pearce? There's been a lot of people saying, there are a lot of buzz around saying that Adam Pearce, he changed his profile picture and everything on Twitter, and claiming all this other stuff. But I mean, do you think anything will happen with him? There's some people out there that believes that something will.
For sure. We've talked a good fair bit about Uncle Howdy. Let's get into the let's see here. Had my notes here. Let's talk about Liv Morgan screwing over R-Truth.
Yeah.
All part of the plan. She is trying her best to edge her way into the Judgment Day, edge her way up there right next to Dirty Dom. And this is all part of her plan.
I like the Awesome Truth as tag team champions. Go ahead, Brian.
I really hope that Damian Priest, basically has to leave the Judgment Day. I don't know where direction the Judgment Day is going, but you got to remember, and I probably said this a couple of shows ago, but I'll say it again, because Judgment Day was all about like a freewheeling wanting to do, they can do whatever they want, come please kind of deal. And that's basically how Judgment Day was kind of started, right? It's been. And then when Damian Priest became this big giant prick, when he became the world champion, so I kind of really hope that.
Wait, time out. Back up. Back up. Well, back up a little bit. Who'd you say started the Judgment Day?
Edge.
Okay. I'm
to this day, I see clearly.
They can do and come and what they do. Like, basically, they can do whatever they want. So if Dominic Mysterio wanted to bring in Liv Morgan and kiss her right in front of the group, basically he will be okay, and that would be okay according to the Judgment Day. That's how it was brought up. But when Damian Priest, he thinks like he's the ringleader, like they need him. And that's not how it works. Like, Judgment Day is this big group. They had no leaders.
But they didn't need leaders.
Whatever they wanted.
True. That's true, SOUTHOFTENN.
I mean, do you actually need a leader?
No, but Damian Priest is trying to be that, and that's why the Judgment Day is having issues.
And when Mommy was there, let's face it, she was the leader.
Yeah.
They done what Mommy said.
It was rallying them. If you listen to how she acted, what she said, it's the little things that matter, man. And here's the thing: she never said, "This is what you have to do. This is what you are going to do." She basically was giving them matches, right? Doing what she needed to do. Obviously, still be with Dirty Dom. But Damian Priest, he's like going around saying, "Hey, you're going to have to do this. You got to do that." That ain't how it works.
Well, different bosses handle things differently.
True.
Well,
You
when
know,
Steph keeps his teeth down his throat,
I mean, Damian was addressing things that needed to be handled. He may have not handled it the way Rhea handled it, but he was like, y'all have to handle this, and I have to get rid of this. I got to do this. Y'all have to do this.
okay, if Damian Priest is so good of a leader, for example, or if he's the leader of Judgment Day, why can he not stop Liv Morgan?
Look at her. Would you want to stop her?
I personally no, but I mean, if Dirty Dom's supposed to be with Mommy, then everybody knows it, and we all know when she comes back that something's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Look, you brought up.
If I was Damian Priest, he may not be champion when Mommy comes back.
Right. Well, you brought up Damian Priest, guys, so I have to say it. Seth Rollins proposes a stipulation for their match at Money in the Bank. If Damian Priest wins, Rollins will never challenge for a world title as long as Priest is the champion. But if Rollins wins, Priest has to leave the Judgment Day, and Priest accepts.
Bam.
So there you go.
That's what's going to happen?
Exactly.
Damian Priest. I'm going to go out on a limb. This is a way too early prediction. Damian Priest will lose. Damian Priest will leave the Judgment Day honoring his word. And then Liv Morgan.
Yep.
She's going to be there and she's going to be doing her thing and lovey-dovey, I love you, Dom, blah, blah, blah. Then Mommy returns.
Ding, 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 ding.
Then, it's going down.
Say that again.
It's about to go down.
Yeah, so when when Rhea Ripley was her women's championship, she said that someone, when she comes back, is going to believe. I hate to say it's going to be Dirty Dom. My prediction. We didn't see it then, but we see it now, probably.
Pretty good Raw.
It was pretty good when I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, we got more Uncle Howdy than we have in the last 8 months or anything like that. Yeah. So I'm happy with
Raw
it.
Was good. You know why Raw was good, y'all?
Because Triple H running it.
Yeah, because Triple H running it.
Liv Morgan show.
And you're complaining?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay. All right, put it this way. On how good tonight's Raw was. We had the College World Series tonight. And I had all the plans to channel surf, not only between Raw and that, but Raw, the College World Series, and the Atlanta Braves game. I didn't change my channel once.
Really?
Raw. I'm so glad I didn't see that ugly Tennessee orange.
I got a question for you.
Kudos to Tennessee. Bravo to the Tennessee Volunteers on winning the College World Series.
Yeah.
Congratulations to them. Congratulations to BVD.
Congrats to BVD and all the Vols out there. And I got a question for everybody.
Yeah, BVD deserves that for sure.
Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Uncle Boy, do you believe in Joe Hendry?
Joe who?
Believe in Joe Hendry. I don't know who that is.
I should have said what whenever you said Joe in his last name.
Dang it, man. Frightful reports and WrestleVotes are reporting there is a concern. Kaiser was injured during Raw tonight. He apparently suffered an ankle injury. Here's hoping the best to him. He's really been on a good run, man, as a singles wrestler. Yeah. As a singles wrestler, he's killing it.
So, yeah, he's doing better than what I thought he would, for sure.
It happens. part of it.
Hang on, let me.
But after last week's Raw on June 17th, I would say anything's possible for next week. Monday Night Raw.
There we go.
We're dying to talk about it. So Finn Balor and the one, the only JD McDonagh.
I can't believe it. JD
Tag team champions, world tag team champions.
WWE. I mean, the long losing streak is over.
Well, it's only a matter of time before that losing streak was over.
Yeah.
I mean, losing streaks and winning streaks don't last forever.
And I really did enjoy the Awesome Truth. I mean, I always like them, but
and I'll be honest with you about that. It ran longer than I thought it would, but I'm happy I got it, and I'm happy it ran as long as it did. But I'm also sad that it ended.
Me too.
Again, I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did.
Yeah, I agree with that. But kudos to R-Truth, man. You know,
Yeah.
You can get with this or you can get with that. This is where it's at.
Awesome Truth was a lot better than I anticipated when they won it there. You know, it went a lot longer than I thought it would, for sure.
Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that we had it, but it lasted.
Yes. All right, hold on, Triple H.
Do they still get a rematch?
What's that?
Rematch? Do they still get a rematch?
Well, if you go by WWE test book, there you go. I got it out. They should. I mean, most time there's a rematch clause somewhere, right?
Oh, hell yeah!
But we'll see. But guys, what would y'all rank Monday Night Raw? I mean, realistically speaking,
5. Wow. UGABOY.
I mean, it wasn't a terrible Raw, but I don't think it was the greatest compared to last week. I think, you know.
What'd you say, E.T.?
For that.
Well, hold up. Back it up. Do not compare it to last week. That's like comparing the sequel to the original. You can't do that.
I know. Come on, UGABOY. What did you rate it?
A 4.
It's okay.
What'd you say, E.T.?
A low.
Hold on, Stone Cold ET. Let UGABOY talk. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a low 4, but a 4 is a 4.
All right.
Passing.
I'll give it a 4.5.
Y'all don't know this, but I'm secretly judging both of y'all right now.
I mean, last week was a 5 out of 5. You know?
Oh yeah. Hey, real fast. I mean, I know it was on Friday Night Smackdown. They showed what happened on Friday Night Smackdown with the Bloodline and everything. And despite what we think of the new Bloodline, what do y'all think about Jacob Fatu?
Jacob Fatu. Be honest with you.
There's no way he's staying with Solo.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You don't know that. I don't know that. We
also thought that the Awesome Truth wouldn't last as long as it did, but it did.
Yeah.
Just saying.
True.
So what do you think, Crump Man?
I think it's going to last. He's going to continue doing this continuation until Soto Sokoa gets stopped by somebody, and we already know who that somebody's going to be. I mean,
Roman Reigns. And it's so crazy that we're going to cheer for him. But for 3 long years, we became to hate this man.
And then just like that, at the snap of a finger, we was what? Chanting, we want Roman.
Because he wrestled like Roman, right? You know, he was there. You know, he wasn't this ignorant asshole. I mean,
he wasn't no ignorant ass.
Look, I can't wait for Roman Reigns to come back and stick it to Solo, but I think what I'm looking for I know it's way, way, way down the road, but the return of the Usos standing side by side. And by the way, where was Jey Uso tonight? Jesus. Did he get spooked by the Wyatt Six?
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't you remember what he said? They can have the Fireflies. Yeet, I'm out.
Yeah, he did say that.
He's like,
show up.
Yeah, but no matter what we think about the Usos, you gotta love some Jey.
I love Jey, so he's cool, man.
Yeah.
He knows how to get the crowd hyped up. That's really all I got, guys. Great Raw. I appreciate you guys getting on here and talking a little bit of wrestling here with me. You're on Wrestling Talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to Friday night SmackDown. Or who knows, maybe some NXT tomorrow night. Nah, I say Friday night SmackDown.
I need to watch more NXT. I'm usually busy during NXT, or I'm not home, or I don't know. I got a lot going on Tuesdays and during the week, but I usually miss it, but I usually rewatch it online later on. So I'll catch up with it. I ain't worried about it. But if I'm home, I try to watch it.
I've watched it a few times. It's good. I mean, come on, look who's running it.
Yep,
Shawn Michaels, boy.
The Heartbreak Kid.
No. You got that wrong. The Rock's daughter is running
She's
the
freaking
show.
He's the chief content operator or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has a hand in it too. She's the general manager. Have you guys been watching WWE Speed?
I don't have it.
I watched the first one with Ricochet. He qualified in a match. I can't remember who he beat. I think it was JD who he beat.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't.
Yeah, I don't have X. I don't have an X or a Do you
have a Y or a Z?
Somewhere.
Oh, by the way, sorry to kind of switch gears on y'all. Before you let me go here, what does everybody on the panel here think about the Netflix announcement that Triple H, Paul Levesque, he said that we're going to go to 2 hours Monday Night Raw and 3 hours SmackDown? I don't think 3 hours SmackDown, but okay.
3 hours SmackDowns, edgier content, uncensored, less PG.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Going back to 2 hours is great. When Monday Night Raw, to watch it ended up being a chore. If it can be as exciting as these last 2 Raws, 3 hours will fly by.
But
so if they can continue giving us content like this, or even like maybe 3 out of the 4 weeks, 2 out of the 4 weeks, give us content like this, I can sit through a 3 hour Raw.
3 hours of SmackDown? I don't know if they can pull that just quite yet.
We'll find. There's only one way to find out.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, if they can do the same thing they're doing on SmackDown, on Raw, which have you been watching SmackDown? They are. It's going to. It's going to be watchable. It's going to be good.
No offense, SmackDown's pretty bad. It's not terrible. I don't know about a 3 hour show, but we'll see in 2025. It's still 2024. They're going to probably bring in a whole bunch of talent for that.
I like SmackDown.
2025 will be here before you know it. Before you know it, I'm gonna be putting on my Grinch costume. I'll be putting on my Grinch costume and putting out my Grinch decoration out in my front yard.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. South of 10 makes an awesome Grinch.
So, is Netflix do they have live TV currently right now, or is that 25?
They've had live events. They've done like comedy specials and stuff like that. And and coming up in July, they got this Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Okay, so it's like trial runs.
Yeah, I mean they're dipping their toes into the live streaming waters as we speak.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see what Friday Night Smackdown holds.
All right, UGABOY, take it easy, man. Appreciate you as always. As do I. South of 10. Thank you for showing up, good sir. And South of 10. What is one thing that we love to say around here? Wrestle on. Boom.